The numbers speak for themselves. We started 2 years ago back in 2011 with an 86% graduation rate. That was not acceptable. We've done many things to improve the graduation rate here at Enterprise City Schools. 2011, 2012, we moved to 88%. We thought a 2% increase was great. We set some goals for ourselves, and we far exceeded some of those goals. This year we were at 94%. So again, I want to commend the students, the graduates, the teachers, counselors, all of our stakeholders in this community for their effort and the role that they played in the significant increase in the graduation rate. Our graduation, four-year cohort graduation rate was released recently, and just excited to be a part of this system and to work with an outstanding team. We have several members of our team that we'll introduce in just a few minutes. Excited to get to know Dr. Wright, and we want to welcome her once again to our team, and look forward to the energy and passion and her expertise that she's going to bring with her into our system. Our numbers, as many of you are aware, Dr. Bice released the statewide average a couple of days ago. Really proud of the state of Alabama and the students in the state of Alabama. The increase that we've seen over the last 3 years, going from 72 to 75 to 80%, indicates that our teachers, our students, our parents, our counselors, all of our stakeholders are working extremely hard toward a common goal, and that's preparing a graduate that is ready for college or the workforce, and that's no different than our goal here in Enterprise, Alabama. We're excited about the direction that we're going, and we certainly think that we have outstanding students and outstanding teachers. I want to commend the county schools as well as Elba City schools. We're very fortunate in this county to have 3 excellent school systems, and I think the numbers will show improvement in all 3 systems, and those systems are to be commended as well. All of you have been provided with a packet that indicates areas that we face as far as challenges. Enterprise is a very unique place, a very special place, but we in this area are faced with specific challenges that some other areas in the state are not faced with. This is a transient community. During the 4-year period of time that we worked with these students, we had over 400 students move in or move out during that period of time. That's extremely difficult in the area of bookkeeping, to keep track of these students, where they're going, where they're coming from. And I want to commend our clerical staff, Ms. Kathy Rakestraw, Ms. Lori Snell, Ms. Dixie Lavender, for their hard work in keeping track and keeping the data correct, and as well as our junior highs. One of the areas of improvement that I will mention in just a second is the collaboration that we've had with our junior highs. Ms. Judy Thomas is here today, Mr. Trent Trawick, as well as Mr. Matt Humphrey. We've met more than we've ever met, and it's been for reasons, not just to get together, but for specific reasons, and a lot of it is just to put it out there to make things better for our students. So I'm real proud of the collaboration with Ms. Thomas, Mr. Trawick, as well as their counselor. The team aspect is very important here in Enterprise, and when we talk about these things, even though there's 2 people sitting here today in front of you, there's so many people that are behind the scenes, too many to name, but it really starts from the bus driver to the clerical aide to the secretary to the school nurse, teachers, administrators. It's a team effort here at Enterprise City School. Another challenge that we face in Enterprise is that we have 2 junior high schools, 2 ninth grade high schools, so we have multiple locations with multiple schedule types. And this is a disadvantage when it comes to a 4-year cohort rate and keeping track of those kids. They're not on a campus of the high school, so it's important that we do communicate and work with the counselors and work with the administrators at those 2 schools in order to keep track of those students.
Well, I would just like to say that, first of all, as Mr. Rodgers says, it is really not about what happens at the high school. It is absolutely about what happens at the high school, but it's about what happens in kindergarten, at the kindergarten center, getting the students started off right, and at all the elementary schools. They're responsible for this, as well as the middle schools. As Mr. Rodgers says, there is a lot of paperwork that has to be done to follow that cohort rate, and when you have the transient population like we have here, then it becomes more incumbent to stay on top of it. When a student leaves here and goes to another country, it's very difficult many times to be able to track that student. So I understand, coming from Madison, the difficulty in that. So, again, you know, commendations go to the clerical staff that have stayed on top of this. It's really not about the numbers, but about the students and what that means. And I think in looking at the numbers, you're talking about 40, 42, 3 students that have graduated that wouldn't have graduated before. So when you think about their additional earning capacity of having a high school diploma versus not having a high school diploma, I've seen some figures that say at least $10,000 a year. And so you think about their earning capacity, that would be actually about $16 million that's put back into the economy that wouldn't be there. So whether you're talking about an individual, and if we say one individual, that's huge. But to think that it's over 40 over the last 2 years that we've made a difference in their lives. And so their earning capacity is higher, and it also reflects back into the communities. If they stay here, they have a greater earning capacity. And so, as we know, dollars are exchanged many times. So it really has an impact on the community and Alabama in general. So just like to say how pleased I am with this kind of growth. I think that, again, the board has really funded, and the taxpayers in the community have funded some things here that have made this possible. The TAP Center, where students can get credit recovery, I think that's a huge piece. But all the programs that have been put into place to track the students and try to do what's right for them. So very pleased with this data, glad to be coming in at the right time, and look forward to additional improvements and great things to come.